Hello, I'm Joana Bonanc, and this is my story, from HIV to health. It all started in 2002 when I was 18 years old, and I received a positive HIV diagnosis. I was scared, and I started to go to the doctor, and the doctor told me that I had to start medication right away, or else I would die. And I asked what I could do in nutrition and with exercise, but the answer was that I had to start taking daily medication, antiretrovirals, the cocktail, or otherwise I would die in a few months. So I did what the doctor said and took it for 12 years straight. And the strangest thing was that before starting to take the medication, I was healthy, I was full of energy, and I had no sign of disease. But as soon as I started taking the medication, a whole series of strange symptoms arrived. I was always fatigued, feeling fatigued. I was always nauseated. I had no energy whatsoever. Everything was a challenge. I was in pain, my muscles, my articulations. I had headaches. Everything, even my bones, inside my bones, it hurt. My hair started to turn gray. I started to lose lots of hair. My rib cage increased 10 centimeters in space of a few months. It was hard to swallow, it was hard to breathe. My heart was always or very tired or beating very fast. I had rashes, especially on top of my liver and kidneys. My toenails started to fall, several of them. I had a burning sensation in my skin, under my skin. When I was taking a shower, I couldn't feel a limb, sometimes an arm, others a leg. My jaw was very, very swollen. All this part was really swollen. If I put a backpack on my back, even if it was empty, it would hurt. Just tiny little weight would hurt because how congested the lymphatic system was, and it was getting harder to see at night. I couldn't differentiate the colors and the details as well as I used to. I had cramps, really strong cramps. I would lose the strength in my legs. Sometimes I would fall from my legs. I had big muscle tears. Well, and the list goes on. These are the strangest ones. So I thought it was all very strange because it was all very sudden. And I asked the doctor about all these symptoms, all these side effects, but she told me that it had nothing to do with the medication and that I had to continue taking the medication. So I did for 12 years, as I said, and after those 12 years, it was in 2014 that my intuition started to get keener, and I was receiving a message. And the message was that it was time for me to go in a different path and that it was time to stop taking the medication. And deep inside, it made sense. It made me feel calm, at ease, expansion, but my mind was thinking that I was going crazy. So I thought about it for a whole month, and at the end of the month, I decided that I had to follow my gut. I had to follow my intuition, so that's what I did. I quit medication, and that was the best thing I did. Back then, I really thought that I had a virus, a very dangerous virus, a contagious one, and that I had to take medication all my life, or otherwise I would die. But now I know that the virus is only an exosome, which is a little vesicle, like a ball that our cells excrete to protect us from toxicity. So there's nothing contagious about it. It's just to protect us. It's like pollution. When we have pollution inside ourselves, our body excretes exosomes to protect us. It's the same. So, but back then I didn't knew that, and I was scared. And when I decided to stop the medication, I decided that I had to reclaim my health and do something about it. So nature always made sense to me. So I decided to see summits, masterclass, documentaries about nutrition, natural therapies, raw food, and what I discovered, I implemented in myself. And I listened to my body. That was the most important thing. I listened to my body. So, and if the reaction was good, and if I felt it better, I would continue doing it. So I quit milk, I quit fish, all the animal products, dairy, eggs. Only thing that I still have is a bit of honey. Otherwise, I quit all animal foods, and I quit gluten, I quit sugar, and I started to feel the pain go away, the swelling go away. So I continue my research and my experience with myself, and I discovered superfoods, seeds, mushrooms. I drink lots of orange juice with superfoods on it. I have been using herbs to detox, and all this allow my body to be healthy and with energy again. And it made a big difference. And I drink lots of water, filtered water, and I do lots of exercise, and that really helped me to to cleanse my lymphatic system. Also, I learned lymphatic massage, and I like to do it with essential oils, and that really helped with the swelling go away and the pain. And this was the physical part of it. Mentally and emotionally, I realized that I had trauma that I wanted to solve, to release the baggage, the emotional baggage. And so I researched, and I discovered EFT, which is emotional freedom techniques, also known as tapping. And tapping has allowed me to identify and to change many limiting beliefs that I didn't know that I had. Others I knew, for example, the fear, the stigma, the fear, especially fear of rejection, fear of getting sick. All those limiting beliefs, I worked on them, I tapped on them, and it made a really big difference. Also, I meditate every day, and I like to spend time in nature. It calms me down. Nature really, really works well for me. So, basically, what I did for these 7 years was and it's what's necessary basically for all diseases, is to identify the sources of toxicity and remove them. In my case, the sources of toxicity was the drugs that I was taking, the cocktail of antiretrovirals that I was taking, because it is extremely toxic for kidneys and liver and bone marrow and all those things. So I removed the sources of toxicity. Also, I removed sources of toxicity, the emotional part. I took a really honest look at relationships, and I changed what I had to change. And the next part, so it is detox and then nourish with high nutritional foods like raw foods, citrus fruits, superfoods, algae, seaweeds, mushrooms. And I also learned to accept myself, to love myself as I am. And the most important thing of this whole journey is that I learned that the most important thing is to listen to your intuition. I listened to mine and it worked so well. So I really advise you to listen to the little voice inside of you when you are feeling calm and at peace. Just listen, because it will give you answers. Really outside of the box answers, but it will give you. And trust yourself, follow your gut, and deep inside you know, even if others say something that it's different, if you are feeling at peace, you are feeling expansion, just follow it and you'll see everything will work out so well. Just work on releasing your fear and you will be able to listen to your intuition, to your messages. So I hope it helps you and that it inspires you to reclaim your health freedom. It helps you to empower yourself and reclaim ownership over your life. And I invite you to see my website and contact me if you want to. I'll be glad to pay forward your healing. Keep sharing, keep caring, and let's continue healing together. Thank you. Bye.